Oh, how about that? Great. Let's send this stream link out. Where the fuck is the stream link? Oh, I shouldn't swear that soon. Whoops. There's the link. Building Lego Plants Episode 5. Oh, I'm dummy. I've left the plants elsewhere. The plants are not currently here. Okay, I'm gonna get up and go get the plants. I'll be back. Okay. Alright, here we go. I had my air conditioner on because I didn't have it on for most of the day, and then I forgot to turn it on when it got to the evening. And I didn't want my window open anymore, so now it's hot. So I'm gonna turn on noise suppression. Oh, look at that. So my voice is gonna sound like shit, but there's gonna be no background noise anymore. That'll do it. Alright, cool. It's been so long since I've did the last one of these that this has dust on it. So it's a good set. It's nice. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, geez. Let's rotate this. There we go. Now I see what I'm seeing. That's much better. So I have this set, right? And then I also have this knockoff set. One is it? I have this one already. I've done this one already. So I think we're on this one. I think this is this one. Let me get it in focus. There we go. And weirdly, I'm kind of more excited for this one. But I think let's start on this guy since it's already open. So this will be this spiky cactus. I don't know what the hell this one is. I don't think I built this one yet, so I think it's this one. Because I've gone through this manual, and I've gone through instructions. I've gone through both of these sets of instructions before. This one. There it is. Oh, there's apparently 2 plants in one of these. Which is wait, hold on. What's that one? Oh, it's this guy. This one with the little yellow flower on top. Showing these from top down really, it's not a flattering angle for some of them. Okay, cool. I guess we're just gonna go straight through. Oh, I forgot it shows you the actual things on these. That's really pretty. Alright, I want this to start with 5. Also, no face cam on this one, because I don't feel like being on camera today. That's about it for that. Oh, that just shot that across the keyboard. That's everything in there. Okay. It's in there. There we go. Okay. Plant time. Starting with the barrel. Who knows? Maybe we'll finish all 3, 4. 7 plants tonight. Who knows? Maybe I'll stay up all night and do this. God knows I'm probably not going to be sleeping tonight anyway. See, that's the problem. I have to act in the morning. For anyone watching this at a later date, this was streamed at 2:30, or no, try again, 12:30 in the morning, on election night. So I'm doing this to take mine and everyone else's minds off of that. But I do have to act in the morning, which is annoying. And I would like to be well rested for that if possible. Where the hell is this piece? It's this weird orange disc. As I immediately find it. Okay. Where did it? I swear to God, I just saw one of these. It's this piece. Yeah, there we go. It's like doing a puzzle, I swear. I have to... Oh, it is a prickly pear. Okay. See, my problem with the prickly pear is I grew up calling basically like every bunny ear style cactus a prickly pear. And then it turns out none of them are except for one, and it's that one, apparently. Which is always fun. It's like how my family calls any just, generic pasta with marinara sauce on it as the whole dish. It doesn't matter what kind of pasta. The dish is just called spaghetti. I had an ex-partner who that was literally the only thing we ever had an argument about. Like a full-on raised voices argument. I probably would enjoy building animatronics, honestly. I've thought about it. It's just expensive. Like I used to do RC car stuff all the time with like servo motors and shit. And I mean like the old RC car stuff. So it's like before there would be like a little plate, right? A little circuit board in there. And this is to control the speed of the motor, right? Now it's all done with electronics. It's called an ESC. But back then, it had a servo motor that would just, it moves with the trigger of the controller. And it swipes a little metal contact across the circuit board, and it touches different areas that give it a different amount of power through it. And I used to play with that sort of stuff all the time as a kid. But, once it became not enough of, hell? Oh, there. Once it became, like... Once the stuff I wanted to do with it became more complex than the parts I had could make it be, it turns out that stuff's really fucking expensive. So I kind of fell out of it because I was a child and didn't have money. And now I'm an adult and I don't have money. So I still don't. Maybe one day I'll get back into animatronics. It would be really fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, damn, I never thought about that. Maybe next October when I'm almost definitely unemployed, I will also work at Spirit. That would be fun. Although I don't know how the ones in Illinois are. Maybe people are terrible. So that's the thing, the tech part is that's actually interesting to me. I hope I have the chat replay enabled, because otherwise this is not gonna... Just double check that. And turns out I don't know how to double check that, so, If you're rewatching this in the future as a VOD and the chat isn't replaying, sorry, I guess. You're just left out of the conversation. Yeah, I can't find the setting. That's okay. I'll live. But yeah, the tech stuff actually, I get into that just as much as the... Actually, weirdly enough, that's probably what started my Arduino stuff. Now I do Arduino stuff. I've built a MIDI controller. Yeah, so that would be the part. Handling nasty customers who can't deal with returns would probably be the part that I would not be great at, TM. I wasn't great at dealing with customers at the gym I worked at. I'm not great at dealing with customers at the banquet hall I work at now. Actually, I was but good at handling customers at the health department, but that's also the only place that I've ever had proper training at. Speaking of Arduino stuff and like electronics, I'm gonna show this on camera. Because I don't think I ever showed this thing in its finished state on this channel. Oh god, I'm terrified of what the next mail you're gonna send me is. But yeah, this is the MIDI controller I made. It's specifically to control my DAW, which is just an audio program on the computer. And it links up to the first 10 channels. You've got your volume. You've got your pan left and right on these. I never got these knobs working, actually. I don't know what I wired or soldered something wrong. And then there's mute and solo buttons, which mute turns off the channel. Solo makes it the only thing that's turned on. But yeah, this thing actually kind of kicks ass. I built the box of it out of old wood from a shelf we took down. Inside it is like the world's most hectic, ridiculous mess. Oh, now I'm never gonna get the fucking top back on it right. Pretty close. Okay. I'm gonna set this back where it was. Yeah, it totally works. I just need to, like, get the whole thing screwed down and permanently assembled. Oh, okay, so this one's done. I'm just dumb and totally, like, glossed over the fact that this one's finished now. Honestly, not as impressive as I was thinking it would be. It looked more interesting in the pictures, if I'm honest. It's alright. It's not very tall. It's barely going to stick up over my cabinet, because I've been putting all these... I'll show it at the end of the stream. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that with the Arduino kit, then, because I have a couple, but mine are all, like, running out of parts. And when you do Arduino stuff, you can never have too many. Oh, yeah, I put all my Lego stuff, Lego and off-brand Lego stuff, on top of my cabinets around the... I pointed to it, and you can't fucking see it. I don't know why I pointed to it. Point this way, and the L shape of my kitchen around that end of the apartment. To put those up there now, and it looks really nice. I think it looks nice anyway. Your mileage may vary. But no, the little short ones, because the cabinets, the edge of them comes up higher than the floor of it, just the flat top. But yeah, the edge comes up higher, so they don't really, you can't really see them too great from in the kitchen. You can kind of only see them from like way back here, and then can't really make out what they are from that distance. Okay, this is wild. I didn't know Lego actually made these pieces like this, because when I was younger, I only had the pieces like this where it's this bigger gap here at the bottom of the piece than there is at the top of the piece. And on this one, they have it set up so that a piece can go straight across both of them. And I've never had pieces like that before this kit. That's really cool. Not from like official Lego brand Legos anyway. It was only from off-brands that I'd seen that before. Oh yeah, I will absolutely be uploading an apartment tour at some point. Probably, I genuinely uploading it. Like I'm gonna throw it on my Spoodle 2 channel probably, because my last apartment, I could not have been happier to get the fuck out of that place. But this apartment, I genuinely will miss living here. The only thing I wish was different with this apartment is that if the air conditioner wasn't so noisy, and that my that the bedroom was bigger. Like if the bedroom, I don't even mind that the bedroom isn't a separate room, because it's basically one big room and the bedroom is separated by a half wall, and I keep all my real plants on the half wall. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I'm probably gonna need 4 of those, right? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's really nice. It's just a little more, yeah, you feel my pain, I'm sure. Like, I can turn off the noise suppressor now and have nicer sounding volume, or nicer sounding audio. Listen to this. Turn that off. There we go. Now I sound less like shit because my AC isn't on. But when the AC's on in the background, I have to turn on this noise suppressor thing that just makes the sound quality terrible. And obviously, as an audio engineer and sound designer, that is irritating to me. It's also annoying because it's like, where I'm sitting here, my bed is straight to the right of me. Not to the right of my desk over there, but like me, where I'm sitting, it's to the right of me. And in the corner, that corner on that side, the opposite corner of the bed, is where the, what am I doing with this? Is where the air conditioner is, and it's up by the ceiling. And it's so noisy that I'll be listening to, because the speakers I have here, they're nothing huge, but they can easily, like, blast like intelligible sound straight through these walls. You know, I'm in a student apartment. Privacy was not their goal. Being cheap was their goal when they were building this thing. So, like, I don't put my speakers above a certain volume because I don't need my neighbors pissed off at me. It's not exactly hard to tell which wall someone's blasting sound through, you know. But that means every time the AC comes on, I have to fucking switch to headphones. So I just always have my headphones on my desk plugged in. Also, here's a fun blast from the past sort of thing here. This label is from 2014. These headphones are from like 2013, I want to say. I got them as a birthday present, and I'm still using them. They're actually my oldest lasting headphones. My newest ones have since died. But this was the original, like, group of people that nicknamed me Spoodle. And they printed it out and stuck it on here with the Sound Crew label maker. And they just did it as a joke because they thought it was funny, and I kept it there. That was back before I was way into rats, and you can tell because my obsession animal was penguins still. Damn, we're almost done with the second plant already, and it's only 12:47? How long's this stream been going? 20 minutes? Damn. Somehow the Lego one is, like, way simpler this time. Watch, this will be the point where it gets insanely difficult and confusing, right? So this goes in the middle. No, the middle. No, the middle. There we go. It goes on there. And now it'll be time for the weird shit. Okay. There and there. And a stud on this corner. I don't know what diamond dot painting is. Weirdly. Yes, it is in fact tiny piece time. If I cared, I could probably frame the camera better. Do I care? I don't think I care. Oh, and there's the AC now. It's amazing. My background, like the ambient noise level in my room, because I can see it on the meter, jumps up from like -40 to like -25. It's insane. So noise suppression goes back on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I may have spoke too soon about it going fast, because now we're in tiny piece time. I feel like that could be a graphic for these streams. I really want to get more Lego Train stuff. They're so freaking expensive, though. Like, even the off-brand ones are a little pricey. Well, some of them. Some of them are pretty dirt cheap. Oh, my knees. The ones I have here are actually, like, okay. As far as price is concerned. What of this quarter? What of this quarter? Yeah, no, that's literally my life at this desk is just the, you know, peacefully listening to a YouTube video, and then the air conditioner is just, I don't know how that sounded coming through with the noise suppression. I'm gonna be so honest. And it's hysterical too, because it actually like gets louder halfway through. Because it's like the fan kicks in and it goes with the fan for like a good 30 seconds to a minute, and then it turns on like the cooling part, the like refrigerant. Oh, here we go. This is cute. Doesn't look like there's any particular orientation to these. Oh, I just lied. So this goes down. So, okay, I want the pointy bits going vaguely upwards. And I'm sure you can't really see it too well on there, but, you know, take my word for it that I'm being a perfectionist and it's paying off. Okay. Oh, this is adorable. Oh, I love this, actually. This is great. Okay. Now for the flower. Oh, it's just a little one of these in there. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, that's so cute. It's got the little, like, pollen-y sort of pieces in there. Cute! Yeah, right on there. Okay. And then you just stick this in there. And that's it. Cool. There's one of these little pollen-y bits left over. I'm gonna see if there's a way to add maybe like a bud of a second flower on here somewhere, with whatever leftover pieces we have from the rest of this set. But for now, I'm going to call those two done. Oh, dude, that would kick ass. If they had these in, like, the vending machine things, that'd be so good. Oh, you know, okay. For those watching at home who, or for those watching later as a VOD, August sent me pictures in DMs of the diamond painting thing. It looks cool. However, what I would end up actually doing, probably instead of that, is perler beads. And I could totally see myself becoming the kind of person who is so obsessed with perler beads that I need to make an Etsy just to offset how much money I spend on them and how much space they take up in my apartment. All right. Onto the spiky cactus. This one I'm low-key looking forward to so much. I think this one's going to be adorable. And it's probably going to be mildly tedious to put together, which is exactly what I want. See, that's the thing. Weirdly, I don't own an iron. I know you need an iron for perler beads. This is more shit on the desk than I wanted it to be. Can all of this move up there? There we go. Huh. I mean, I'd try both. I'd probably just... I'm gonna be so real. I'd probably just do whichever one's less expensive. But yeah, maybe that is a good... Maybe that'll be something good for when I run out of Lego plants. Because I can't keep making Lego shit forever. I'm already out of shelf space. When I move back into my parents' house at the end of this year, in December, I'm... like, all this shit's gonna live in a box because I have nowhere to put it. There's no space. There's the tiny bits. Okay. Oh, I'm building the pot first. That's right. This is the weird pot that I don't super care for. Yeah, that's true. I could easily hunt down an iron. See, okay, I don't need to hunt down an iron in online thrifting. I'm pretty sure I could just show up to the Goodwill in town and pick one of those up. It's amazing. In the time it took me to look from here to the screen and read that message, back to here, and then to the pile, forgot what piece I was looking for. It's bright yellow. How many times in my average week do I have to explain to people that I'm not joking about the brain fog that the constant question that runs through my brain of, is this COVID brain fog or is this a normal ADHD symptom today? This is a choice, Lego. What? Oh no, I'm missing a piece. It's like, wait, that doesn't go on there. Ooh, you know what? My campus also has a makerspace with a bunch of like 3D printers and stuff. They don't have sewing. They might have Cricut stuff. They don't have sewing stuff though. I do have a sewing machine. It's a shitty one, but it exists, and that's what's important. But I might check that out and see if they have perler beads there, because I never thought of that. If they do, I'm gonna just like take a giant fistful of them and take them home and see what I can make with the random assortment I get. Watch, they knowing my university, it would actually be like, here's one big unsorted bin of perler beads of every color. Have at it. I wonder if they have the same aftermarket thing as Legos do, where it's you can buy giant tubs of unsorted Lego pieces on eBay and stuff and turn a profit by sorting them and reselling them. I don't know. I 90% of what I do with Perler Beads is probably just Pokemon pixel art. Because I'm obsessed with Pokemon. And God knows I need more Weasel merch in my life because the Pokemon company won't fucking sell it. So someone's gotta. Sourcing beads would be placed like Facebook Marketplace, art room clean out things. Ooh, okay. It's good to know. You know, I just recently got into Facebook Marketplace and I looked through it for a day and I went, this is going to be incredibly dangerous for me. It's literally going to be the one thing I use my Facebook account for. How do these stay on? Oh, I fully missed a step because I had the thing I was building set on top of it. Weird that they're using white on the inside of this. I'm always interested by what colors of bricks and pieces and stuff they decide to use, like on the insides of things that you'll never see. Because in my head, I'm always like, oh, they'd use black, right? But no, it's always like tan or white or some weird color you wouldn't expect. It's like, oh yeah, not everything uses theater logic of if you shouldn't see it, it should be black. It's interesting. I also have with that knockoff Lego set, the train I have, well, one of the trains I have. I could probably show it at the end of the video, but it's this red locomotive, right? And they made the interior blocks like that, or bricks, I guess. They made them this color, this like tan beige color. Except some of them show on the outside of the fucking train still. So it's a red train with like random tan bits, like sandy looking bits on it. And I'm like, what the hell is this? What lazy ass was like, it's fine. There's just a big tan stripe on the tip of the top of the engine. That totally makes sense. Train looks like it's got a band-aid on its nose. There we go. Okay. Swampy green color on the backstage. Yes. They call it Go Away Green, I believe. They also have a blue of a blue that effectively is close enough to sky blue that it just blends into the sky, and they paint entire buildings blue at Disney. And it just makes it, you know, less obvious against the sky in the background, I guess. I want to know how well that works on an overcast day, though. I forget how the Go Away Green works. I've read a few things on it that suggest it's a psychological thing. Some suggest it's just a color theory thing where it's like, oh, there's a bunch of bushes around, so everyone assumes it's part of the bushes. And other things are like, oh, it's biological because we're supposed to be out in greenery and all that. It's really interesting. I'm low-key kind of surprised that it doesn't get used more places. Like, I've seen like electrical boxes and internet boxes and stuff, that are painted like a greenish color, just sort of out in parkways and stuff here in Illinois. And I'm wondering if it's trying to use that same concept, but because it's in a setting that's not like designed around being able to hide stuff in plain sight all the time, that it just doesn't work as well. Or if it's because they're like using the wrong green because Disney has it copyrighted or some shit like that. I could see it going either way. It's really cool though. I do not know enough about color theory and such to actually like understand most interesting things to do with color. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, this is the weird pot that's like, it almost doesn't move. Oh, of course it's copyrighted. That doesn't surprise me. I'd be more surprised if Disney had something that it didn't copyright. Okay. This one, yeah, weird. The colors of the bricks in this manual are goofy. Like, I don't know how well that comes across on camera. It kind of does. Like, this is more of a, an OD green, I would say. No, not an OD green, but more of sort of a military green. It's got some bluish to it, but this one's like an aqua, you know? It's interesting. And I'm going to get a million people here to argue with me about the names of the colors I just used, because they're probably all wrong. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird. And it also, like, it feels like not solid and unpleasant. And it kind of is not solid because these can just kind of slide to the sides and then they just wiggle around and there's gaps. It's, I don't know, it's dumb. This feels like it should be from one of the off-brand ones, but it's the actual Lego set. It's weird. It does have a rim that goes around it though, so that helps a bit. And to be fair, they do all look pretty much like clay pots. Like they did a good job with that. But it's just, I don't know. This is a wonky shape. And it's also like very fragile for me to have to, you know, throw in a box and move home in a month and a half. Shout out to that time those like 3 times actually that I accidentally doxed myself on my Shop Goodwill live streams. But then no one was watching, so it was fine, and I just removed it. And then the white pages, like a year later, came out and just doxed me anyway. That was really cool of them. The yeah, the shitty green in the middle, the one that I don't like. These are also like a more hold on, let's see if I can get that in a better light. Yeah, see what I mean? They're like a darker color than these ones. I don't know. It's weird. This is fucking weird. It's weird that these are green. It's weird that they're round. Like, it's just going under the thing. And it's not even like this is a multiple in one kit where you build it into something else either. Also, the joke about the people are going to come correct my language on the... What? Okay, it has one of these under it. Good. People about coming correcting... Oh my god, can't speak. The thing I said about people coming and correcting my language on color is because every time I talk about my hair, I get told I can't just call it purple because when I say that, people assume that it's like a lilac, like a light purple. I'm like, okay. But also, every time I call it dark purple, people freak out and they're like, that's not dark purple. Dark purple means like the navy blue of purples. And I'm like, oh, all right. But I also can't call it just purple. And then I'm like, so I told somebody recently, I'm like, so I've settled on magenta. And they're like, that's not magenta. It's not pink enough to be magenta. And I'm like, I might commit a murder right now. I might just strangle you. Yeah, see, this whole thing is so fucking weird. Like, they're gonna put this piece on the end of this to form part of a circle. I don't like this pot. Like, it looks cool when it's finished, but damn, it's so dumb. Yeah, maybe I won't do another one after this. I think this will probably be the last one. Even though I would love to stay up and keep doing it. I don't know. We'll see. If I do if I do open the new box, I think I'll probably only do one. Because I do want to save it for another stream sometime. Dude, turquoise versus aqua versus blue-green versus light blue. I swear to God, I had a whole conversation with a sound design professor here about the color of a Bluetooth speaker over whether it was aquamarine or turquoise. And then there was some other one that somebody else suggested, and we were both like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? Also, damn, I'm swearing a lot more than I usually do in these live streams today. Which, I mean, it's fine. But I do know, I do know one of my friends watches these with their 6-year-old whenever they come out, so, whoops. I do generally tend to censor myself a little better around children. Not perfectly. See, you're allowed to give me your opinion. Because you know me. But when it's some random person I just met at my college and they give me their opinion, and for bonus points, it's in a nasty, annoying way. It sometimes becomes less of a matter of whether I'm right or wrong, because usually I'll admit that I'm wrong, because I'm a sound person talking about color. And it's less of a matter of whether I'm right or wrong, and more of a matter of they're being so irritating for someone I just met that that my opinion of them is damaged forever. You know? There we go. The top of the pot goes on the pot now. And the whole thing can feel flimsy and weird together and have this goofy crease down the side, or around the edge. I don't know. This is the exciting part, though. Because this is where it's going to get fucking weird. Oh, no shit, look at that. These line up to those. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. The pieces I didn't even know about before. Turns out you can do that. You just need to, like, build up a certain amount with the pieces that I did know existed. Interesting. It's so incredibly, like, flimsy and unstable. Like, that's what's wild about it. Because you obviously you don't want to be picking these things up by the plant. But with the big one, you're like, okay, I also kind of don't want to pick it up by the pot. There's a couple other ones I have already that have the same pot. Like the red flower has the same pot, and the pitcher plants have the same pot. It's really weird. Okay, here's the funniest part, is I've had multiple occasions where people have gone, I like the color of your hair. What color would you describe that as? And I go, dark purple, and they go, oh, that's not what that is. I'm like, bitch, you asked me. You asked me, and then you sassed me about it when I answered you. Like, if you didn't want my opinion, then you shouldn't have asked for it, bitch. Oh, that exploded. Maybe don't do that. Ow, shit, stabbed myself. Oh, yeah, that's fair. See, okay, that's what I mean. That's why I get so frustrated with it, because there've been uh yeah, it's been two separate instances with different people where they have asked me first and then gone and then been like, "Oh, your answer about your own thing that I asked you about just now is wrong." And I'm like, horror, you, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where I'm like, if I did that, I would feel like I'm being rude. You know what I mean? Watch, one of the people who I had this conversation with is going to watch this, and at some point, like years from now, and I'm going to get a phone call, and they're going to be like, "How dare you call me out and call me rude on YouTube?" And I'll be like, "Listen, I didn't say your name, but now that you've identified yourself and doubled down once again, maybe I will say your name." And then I'll go online on the YouTube channel, I'll go, "Hey, I'll remember this video that 2 people watched. Well, guess what? The person I was talking about is Jeff." It wasn't Jeff. I only know one Jeff, and he wouldn't argue about that. He would argue about a lot of other stupid things, though, and I think he would agree with me on that one. That is my uncle, to be clear. My Uncle Jeff is the only that is the only Jeff I know. That's so weird. It's a name I use like so often as just generic white guy name. No offense to the Jeffs of the world. But like, damn. That's so wild. One of these? That's interesting. Oh my god, if I'm missing a piece. Oh no, there it is. I was just about to lose it. If I was missing a piece at this point, I was going to be so upset. Ooh, the flowers. These have a nice, satisfying, like, click into place. The Jeffs are going extinct. You know, I'm okay with that. That was mean, actually. Maybe I should retract that statement. I feel like we don't need more generic white guy names in the world, is more what I was trying to get at there. I feel like, but okay, but that's the thing, right? It's also a problem when it's like, it's always like I'm trying to think of a polite way to say this, but it's always the like more affluent white people who give their kids a name, like who put a really fucking stupid name on a kid, and it's like, okay, come on. There's a whole thing that like Trixie Mattel and Katya said about this on their show together, where they were like, I grew up poor. My kid, I'm naming him Beth because I just want him to survive. We're not going with Katie spelled Kaydeigh. What was the other one they did? Damn, I can't think of any of the other, like, ridiculous names like that I thought of. Oh, McKayleigh. Mckayleigh. I'm like, you're just at this point you're just trying to add extra letters. You're just trying to see how many letters can I fit on the page before the people before the people filling out the paperwork tell me to stop. What a tragedy. Oh god. Nightmare, 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 nightmare. See, there was that Randy Feltface bit too where he was the Braden Conti Blue. It's like, first of all, don't name your kid Braden. UNQ pronounced unique is a name for my graduating class. Oh boy. Oh my god. I do know Pat's story about wild names, yes. Weirdly, there aren't very many that I've actually encountered in person. It's always been like stories from online and stuff. So, I don't know. Either I've been just raised around incredibly normal people, or like, what? Is that, oh no, there's more. Okay, I was like, wait, that can't be it. Oh, it's telling me to put this on the pot. See, this is the part where I have to be incredibly careful, because none of this is solid except for one stalk down the middle of 4 studs wide. Or, yeah, a square of 4 studs. So I don't know, these pots are weird. So I'm putting the gold bit under and over the green bit. I see. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. That's clever. I'm so excited about this plant. This one's good. I'm low-key glad I saved this one to last from this kit. It's been like, God, it's probably been like 6 months to a year that I've had this kit. It's probably been almost a year by now, actually. Because I think this was a birthday gift from my parents, I want to say. I want to say it was a birthday thing. Something. I'm trying to figure out what the hell they sent me the other one for. Because they find excuses to send these... Since I've been in college, they've been finding random excuses to send these kits to me. Because it's, like, gifts that are cheap enough that they don't really have to feel bad about. But this one, I think, was more of a special occasion, so it had to be either a birthday or Christmas. This kicks so much ass. This is so good. Oh, that's it. Oh! Well, shit, there's still a little pink flower. Can the little pink flower fit on top of this one? Oh. Oh no, it's the wrong type of piece. Wait, hold on. What were these for? These little flowers. Did I miss a step on the first one? Was this supposed to go on the top or something? Oh, it totally was. I put the wrong piece on there. It's supposed to be that? Does the second one make sense? No, it doesn't. It looks weird. There we go. So there's like a little flowery bit on the top now. You can't really see it too good on camera because the camera doesn't want to focus right. Alright, that's 3 plants for tonight. I'm thinking, let's see, it's 1:23. I think I will do one more. Just because I'm having a good time. This one's fantastic. I love this. This might be a contender for one of my favorites in the whole collection of plants here. It does. It really does. Yeah, it matches the scheme better. It has sort of a gradient up the plant now from the dark purple to the dark purple to the light blue or turquoise or aqua or whatever the fuck it is. Still can't add the little pink thing to it though, but I feel like it probably wouldn't look better anyway. I bet there's a way I could add it would have to be something like this. To add a second flower to this. I don't know if that would look good anywhere. I'm going to leave that off. It was a good idea, but eh. So, that's the real Lego ones. And that is the end of the real Lego ones. I don't have any more real Lego plants. That is all of them that I own. I just threw those all over the floor. Ugh. Shit. I don't have a knife on me. Can I cut this open with so I don't have to go across the room to get my knife? A ruler should do it. Let's do that. Oh, yeah, that worked great. Watch, this is one of the exact same ones I already have, right? No, it's all new. All right. So this is actually the last of these, the last of these kits. I forget what hell brand is this. It just says Succulents Plant Decor and made in China. So it's the last of these ones. So any preferences on which one we should do here as the last one of the night? And after these 4, there's no more of the of these sets. I will be out of plants. I think that's all of them. I'm just about to catch up on chat here now. Tail looks nicer. Wild, I considered that a dark purple, and to me it would be a medium light, but not light enough to be a light purple. See, okay, on its own, I actually would consider it sort of a medium light, yeah, because it's not dark. It's just the darkest purple on there, and it was funny as I said it because I realized I was making a reference to the argument I had before. A dusty grape is a good name for that. Clearing out our ancestors' pantry, yeah. I like this red one a lot. I think that might be my favorite from this set, but that kind of makes me want to save it. I'm not really in the mood for these tall, spiky ones. I'm going to go with this green one. I think that's what we'll do today. And the other ones I'll do sometime, probably. I don't know when I'll do them. Oh, damn it, this is taped too. I was gonna say I'll do them next week, but I honestly can't remember if I'm in tech next week or if it's my last week before tech. Time is fake. I love the trope, by the way, where somebody meets like a demon or a deity, and they're like, oh yeah, I don't know what, I don't really know, get that whole time thing. That's something you humans created. Oh, speaking of which, actually, oh, I would see. I wouldn't wear it. I would actually prefer the dark color, and I don't actually care for light purples that much. I'm I'm more of a darker purple kind of person. Okay. I'm assuming I need to start with this bag. Oh yeah, it is numbered 1. Oh no, they're all numbered 1. What? Alright. Well, I guess we... Excuse me. I guess we all started on the... Or we started on the correct set. Ah! Ah! Don't roll away. Okay. It's that bit out. The instructions on these are always way worse than the actual Lego ones. Like, these are the best instructions I've ever seen from off-brand Legos. And you can definitely feel the quality of the pieces is different. It's weird. Like, these ones are almost Lego. They're the nicest not Legos I've ever used. But they're still not, like, great. Wait, this is the wrong piece. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I go back and forth. I keep wanting to do nail polish, and then I'm like, but also I don't care enough to actually do it. And I can't decide if I think it would look, if it would feel like, if wearing it would feel like it looks good or tacky on me. And I won't be able to figure that out until I actually do it, but because it's not, I don't know, I don't have any strong gender feelings about it, so I haven't felt the need to actually do it yet. Okay, see, this is dumb. This is something Lego would never do here. Why would you put 3 of these plate pieces together on top of each other when you could just use one piece that's the same color and it's the regular sized brick? Because these are 1/3 of a brick tall. So, like, you would just make a regular brick that's 3 studs long. So, I mean, like, just make this but 4 studs long. I don't get it. I mean, I do get it. I know why they do it, because they probably don't produce many of these or any of them at all. Oh, I know I will get nail polish tips whenever I do it. I've got about 5 different people who are ready to, like, spring into action the second I paint my nails for the first time. And do not worry, you will probably be the first person I go to and ask for tips. Except maybe my mom. My mom might be the one exception to that. I might go to her first if... But, like, she'd probably be in the room, you know? What in the fuck? Wait, what in the shit piss? Why is this uneven? I hate this. This is officially stupid. Okay. What in the fuck are they having me do? What? Also, this piece is batshit. This? Hate crime. What is that? That's insane. Hate crime might have been a bit of an overreaction, but I think desperate times call for desperate measures. And, you know, is it a desperate time? Exhibit what the fuck is that? Why? 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 Oh, and I officially need to open a new bag. I feel like I need to hold on to the soundbite of me saying, "Exhibit, what the fuck is that?" There we go. Put that on there. And then these. What is the shit? Usually in these designs, I can start to like figure out where they're going with something. I have no clue what's happening here. Like, how this becomes a pot, I'm looking at the instructions and it's still baffling to me. How this becomes a pot that doesn't look stupid, anyway. But there's a chance that I'll get it together and go, oh, it does look stupid. There we go. Yeah, that's fair. I probably won't even do press-ons, honestly. I would probably just end up painting my nails a solid color and not doing anything really artistic with it. Your stuff that you do with nails is already like 1,000 times more interesting and artistic than anything I'm planning on doing. Color recommendations would probably be good, actually. Actually, all that would probably be very helpful. I don't know what half of it means, but, you know. What in the hell is this? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. It's been a weird day. It's been such a weird day. I set up a sound system for a show today that I'm not even doing. It was to help a friend. And it turns out we like set up a whole second possible system for another show that's happening in the same space, and they're like rehearsing back to back, and they're opening a weekend apart from each other. So it's not quite running in rep, but it's close to it. Like it's not far off from that. It just makes everything a pain in the ass, first of all, with scheduling. But it's also like one of the, because it's the space is basically, okay, I could probably deal with top coats and yeah, top coats on top of a solid color. I'm sure I would end up doing that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we set up the sound system in this room, but it turns out the other play in the room is being designed by two freshmen who have never designed anything here before. So we're like, ooh, let's maybe not screw them over, because it's the space, the theater space there is basically a basement with a lighting grid installed, which is just a place to hang lights, painted black. It's just a basement room painted black with some spots to put lights up. And you just kind of stick the speakers wherever you want in the room. Which is great. But are you fucking kidding me? This is just going to stick on there, and these are going to lump around. Alright. This is some fuck shit. This is the jankiest thing I've done all day, and that's saying something. Because I definitely dangled some sound cables across some lighting battens today. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, the one show is being done, like, 90 degrees off from the other show. So, like, say this is our stage space. One of them is setting the audience here and the stage here, right? And the other one is putting the stage here and the audience here. And so that's a problem, because now instead of just putting two speakers like here and here, room's there. Here and here, facing that way. Now you need one here and here, and you need one here and here. And there's no good way to, like, move that around easily between rehearsals, between those two positions. Okay, we're working on the plant now. But yeah, so we ended up, like, setting up these extra speakers for them because they definitely didn't know what they were doing or who to ask for supplies and equipment and stuff. And then we get in, and the other group gets in because they were rehearsing after we were done setting up our equipment, and they're like, "Hey, just so you know, we've decided to make everything easier for everybody. We're gonna turn ours to also face the same way as the other show." So we went, fuck, literally everything we just spent the last 2.5 hours on is completely redundant now. Which is fine. I'd rather it be that way than, you know, you'd always rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, you know. How the shit do these go on? Oh, there's a whole bag I haven't opened. Or open, as my Uncle Mark would say. Get called out. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm gonna McFucking lose it with this bag. There we go. A million super tiny parts. This is where it gets exciting. We're in tiny part time. Oh, my spine. Good God. Okay, what are you? It's one of these. One of these. Oh God, this is gonna be so fragile. Like, that just sits on there. That doesn't really, like, stay on with any sort of force. It just kind of hangs out. So basically, every time I move, I will have to make sure, I will have to completely rebuild this plant, because it will disintegrate as the second it gets put in a box. Yeah. Oh, that's way too easy to take off. Can I, like, bend this narrower? Is this gonna ruin it? No, that did help. Okay, I might have to... Don't nobody tell my dentist. I might have to bite them all closed slightly in order to get it to stay together. Oh no, this one works. Okay, maybe it's just that one was shitty. This one's working good. There we go. Get that there. These things are weird. They look like Smurf hats. No, I'm not gluing my Legos. I have no reason why not to. I just don't want to. I guess to me it's always like, okay, if this design needs to be glued, but it was designed by the people at Lego, then they just designed it poorly. Although I guess this wasn't designed by the people at Lego. It was designed by the people in China who ripped off the people at Lego. Because I, for the life of me, can't find any actual branding on this other than the word succulents and made in China. There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad. Ah! Don't fall. I say to an inanimate object. How dare you fall? Also, don't you mean Craggle? Do people still like the Lego Movie? I haven't seen it in a few years. And I really liked it when it came out, and I liked it the last time I saw it. But I'm scared that if I watch it again, I probably won't like it as much. Or I might not like it as much. I don't know. Yeah, that's fair. I, I I didn't know that the glue would diminish the value of a set, but I'm not surprised by that. Um, that being said, I'm the kind of person where I'm like, okay, eventually this set is probably going to get thrown in a bin somewhere and half fall apart and get fucked up. So at some point in my life, there's a chance that I just take the whole thing apart and remake it into some other thing. Yeah, I love that guy. I watch him too. He says Craggle because they say it in the movie. It's literally the joke is that it's crazy glue, but the people in universe and like part of the label is rubbed off, but the people in universe in the who are like the actual Lego people, um, all see it as Craggle because obviously they don't have crazy glue in their Lego universe. That's great. I love the spaceship guy. Okay, maybe I would love that movie still. Good. I'm glad it holds up. I don't know. I feel like anytime I see Chris Pratt in something, I'm like, ugh. So like all the old stuff that Chris Pratt was in before he was in literally everything, I'm like, oof. Do I? Is that? Am I still gonna be annoyed by his presence when I watch this? I have a whole thing about Chris Pratt, and I probably should keep it off the internet. I don't hate him as much as I make it seem like, but I also don't really like him as an actor. It's mostly just that it feels like he plays the same character in everything to me. Sorry, actors who may watch this in the future, please don't hate me. Or maybe they also hate Chris Pratt. Who do I know? Painted his own Craggle logo on his glue, I think. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that one if that's the case. Oh, Parks and yeah. I didn't know what you meant by Parks and Rec at first 'cause I haven't seen it. Um, I forgot he was on that. It was me with like I didn't realize Emmett was him at first. Weirdly, I think Emmett is like his least recognizable character as Chris Pratt. Like it's the least recognizable as him, you know? But that could just be because his physical face isn't in it, it's just voice. And he is kind of I don't know, to me he does different vocal stuff in that than his usual vocal mannerisms and things. But yeah, with what was it? I don't know, I was talking to somebody about Marvel the other day too, and I think it was genuinely when I stopped being interested in Marvel anything. This is the real opinion that'll get me crucified. Because for some reason theater people are obsessed with Marvel shit, and I don't know why. Anything else Disney they'll complain about and be like, "Why do you care about Disney?" But then it's Marvel, and they're like, "Oh, this is the god of all creativity." Um, and to me, they're just for the most part. But I to me, at least the way I kind of read the situation unfolding, they released Guardians of the Galaxy, and it used a lot of his what to me read as Chris Pratt's own like personal sense of humor, because it seems like he has that same sort of humor in a lot of other things, like Jurassic World and all that. But then they went like, oh, what if we put this exact same sense of humor on literally everything we do from now on and not be able to have a serious moment? That would be really cool, wouldn't it? If we just couldn't take any of these movies seriously. Oh my god, this one does not want to go on. Oh, here we go. Shit, some of them are trying to fall off and the other ones just don't want to go on. I mean, that is genuinely just the quality difference in why all of these other brands are not as popular as Lego. This is a better way to do it. Watch, I know, like, because I left the thing on when I set up the stream that's like, add the auto chapters, like auto create chapters for the VOD. And I'm wondering if it'll create a Chris Pratt rant section in the, in the chapters of the video. Does this just go straight on here? There's no way. Yeah, there's another one of these under it. Okay. Why would you have me put this on the bottom of that? That's really fucking stupid. You should have me put that on the top of this. So now I can't see where the edges are. Oh, that's not part of the same step. I'm losing it. Wow, maybe I should go to bed. And then this can kind of twist so it's off-center. Offset from the other one, rather. Not off-center, offset. Yeah, that looks good. That's nice. It's probably what? Some sort of Echeverria? So when I find... This is the kind of thing where I find out... I'm gonna be so real. Okay, I haven't seen any of the Jurassic World stuff all the way through, but I've seen enough bits and pieces to know that I find his character irritating. I haven't seen anything about the cartoon. But that actually does sound really interesting. See, I might actually want to watch the cartoon then. Please tell me the cartoon's 2D animation. Because I swear to God, if another person suggests to me a 3D animated thing, I'm going to lose it. Unless it's like an indie thing. But it's Marvel, so it's not. No, this isn't Marvel. This is... I mean, it's still not indie. It's Jurassic World. Oh, shit. How have you been pronouncing Echeverria? I'm assuming it's... You're saying Echeverria? That's what I wasn't sure on. Watch, out of all the controversial things I've said this episode, me mispronouncing Echeverria is gonna be the one thing. It's gonna be the one thing I get canceled for. Is it fucking 3D animated? God damn it. And I'm pronouncing it wrong. Fuck. Jesus. Just ruin my day. I also wish it was 2D. I wish almost every animated thing was 2D. Genuinely, there's so many times I see a 3... I'm just... I'm trying to piss people off now, aren't I? Most times that I see a 3D animated thing, that is a shorter length than a movie, let's say, I often think to myself, this could have been 2D animated and it would have been improved by that. Granted, there's a lot of 3D animation. This is just an egg. This is literally a little green egg. I love that this piece exists. I'm never going to get it back off here. Oh, nope, there it goes. Yeah, that's a straight up egg. Love that. I need to get a button that plays the Tom Ska, the Tom Ska and his film crew chanting egg. Okay, now I need to know what your favorite Pokemon is, so I can, so we can have an argument when one of us inevitably finds out we've been pronouncing it wrong for years. My dad mispronounces the names of Pokemon chronically. It, like, worse than anyone else I know. For years he said Rattata as Rattata. Is it not Feebas? Is that not how you say that? I can't think of any other way you would say that. How the fuck do these attach? What in the shit? Are they? No, there's no way in shit that's how it's supposed to go. Am I doing this wrong? Is it like that? Phoebus? Interesting. I've never heard it that way, but also I've... Oh, wait, I misunderstood. I didn't realize you were saying you mispronounced it on purpose. I thought you were saying that was the correct way to pronounce it and everyone else mispronounces it. Okay, that... I could see that. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, don't think I've ever really heard someone say it who is of any authority on how to pronounce a Pokemon's name. So, like, I couldn't tell you what's right or wrong, if I'm honest. My dad pronounced Rattata as Rattata for years. I'm like, what in the fuck are you doing? Do you speak English? Like, do you not know how like emphasis and syllables work? Like, how are you doing this? This is when I find out. It's me making statements like this that'll really piss people off, because somebody will be like, I pronounce it that way, and then I just called them stupid. That's so valid. I'm trying to think of other ones my dad pronounces terrible. There were so many Pokemon when I was first... People saying Rattata instead of Rattata makes me want to actually, like, do violent crimes against them. I know that's not necessarily what you were going for with what you were saying, but it just made me think of that. It is genuinely one of my favorite Pokemon. And it drives me nuts that people cannot figure out how to how to deal with pronouncing it. I mean, that's fair. Let me tell you a secret. Playing the games does not help you pronounce them, because goddamn, my dad has played all the games to completion up until the Switch, and he still butchers so many of them. Oh god. Pokemon Go is wild like that. So many people got into Pokemon Go that would not give a single fuck about Pokemon otherwise. And it's so funny. It was so funny for a while just watching them struggle with pronunciations of things. Because it's not even like, and you can't blame them, right? Because it's not even like you can fall back on Japanese vowel pronunciation or anything, right? Because they're not the Japanese names, they're the American localized names. Ah, shit, I gotta turn this. Fuck. You bastard. There we go. Oh, son of a fuck. Alright. No, this is still totally, like, not on the angle I wanted it to be, but you know what? I'm just gonna have to live with it. That is okay. Oh, that's mildly annoying. I'm not the hugest fan of this one. It's okay. These are a little too vertical for my taste, and these don't go any further vertical to compensate, so it's kind of like, yeah, these should stick out sideways a little more, I think. It'd be nice if they could sit on more of an angle. But I will live. Oh, don't fall over, please. There we go. And that's that. With the world's jankiest pot that is absolutely way too small for this plant. Yeet. Let me unfuck some of these leaves. Oh my god, I'm still trying to think of ones that my dad mispronounced for years. Years he would mispronounce them and we'd be like, really? And he'd be like, yeah, is that not how you say that? And we'd be like, no, bestie. And that was the other thing is Kaylin and I watched the anime. So we would hear the names of them. Oh, that was part of what he did. He always tried to like use the long vowels for things. So instead of Zangoose, he would say Zangoose. There were more like that. I can't think of what the rest were. Dude, I still go back and forth because in my head I always read it as Milotic. And then I go, that sounds weird. And then in the show, I think they pronounced it more like melodic, like a pun off of melody. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that one. I don't know what it is. I know what it is. It's one of the ones from Sun and Moon. But yeah, I'm absolutely not gonna try to pronounce its name. It was a bold choice, basing it off of was it based on, was that season based on Hawaiian stuff, or was it like Hawaii specifically, or was it like Pacific Islands in general? More like, I don't know. I don't know the culture well enough to really know, unfortunately. That's something I should look into. Sun and Moon kicks ass, by the way. When Kay and I were both unemployed one summer. Milotic. I see. But see, that's the thing. Sometimes they change the pronunciation in different seasons of the show. So it might not even be like that anymore. I don't know. It's bad. They're all bad. It's terrible. Anyway. Plants. I'm going to set them up so you can kind of see them here. Hopefully. Hopefully they stay put. And I'm not even going to try to assemble these spare parts into something because they're so ridiculous. Yeah, it's a weird Pokemon one. Well, Togedemaru people freaked out over, and it's not even difficult. It's just like sounds Japanese vaguely, and so people were like, "This isn't American English. I have to panic now." Anyway, I said at the end of the stream here I would show off the rest of the Lego plants and such. So I'm going to attempt to take this camera off the stand and do that. I'll show off my grill plants too, actually. Oh, Zoroark. See, that's the thing. I struggle with R's. So for me, like, in my head I pronounce it... Ooh, hey, I'm upside down. Fix that. There we go. So in my head, I'm always like Zoroark, but quicker. But out loud, I'm always like Zoroark because I can't get the O and the A and the R separate from each other. Okay. Ooh, I've been sitting for a while. All right. Real plants. And by the way, these over here are the dragon fruit that I'm keeping. Those over there, and some of these ones in the white pot, are the ones I'm mailing to people. The jade plants are doing great. Everything else is doing a little bit fuck-ass. I don't take amazing care of all of them. Oh, yeah, you're good. No, I kind of wanted to show it off. Okay, and the stuff where I've kept the other plants is up top, on top of the cabinets there. Unfortunately, I'm wired into this, so I can't really go over there. But, like, you can see the red one there, the different plants, the cactus there. And then I have the trains that go across. That one's like a maintenance of way thing. It's got like a little yard engine that pulls this little crane thing. That one there is more of like a freight train thing. It's more of like a freight train, and well, it is a freight train. It's not more of a freight train. It's literally, that's what it is. I hate this camera. I hate this stand. I hate everything about this setup. I have no idea how to do anything with terrarium plants. I actually have no idea how to do anything with plants in general. The plants I have that are surviving are the ones that are like really chill with being neglected for long periods of time. But yeah, that other train there was the one with the red engine I was talking about with the tan piece that sticks out. That really annoyed me. And it has like a tank car, a flatbed with some like a spool of cable on it, and some pillar things, and then a bigger flatbed with extra rails on it, which is fun. But yeah, all right. I think I'm gonna call the stream there because I'm officially running out of things to talk about. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. Oh. Ooh, very nice. That's exactly how I would feel about it because I'm in the same boat. I've not been able to keep much alive. Like I said, literally the only plants that are alive are the ones that are like, yeah, I don't care if you water me. Real. I love isopods. I need to get some at some point. I won't be able to do it now. I have to make sure I'm going to be... Goodness. I'm going to be living with my parents again for a while. And then at some point, I'll be moving out into an apartment, and I want to make sure... I want to make sure whatever landlord I have doesn't freak out. Because I have a pet, technically, even though they're not like a dog, which is what most of the leases around pets are written for. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. It's nice to actually stream with people being here and participating for once. It's a lot less of me having to talk about my own opinions on things. Although this time, the controversial opinion I picked to rant about was Chris Pratt, apparently. But, you know. And apparently you weren't the only two who watched. Which is interesting. I don't know who the hell else showed up, but... I'll probably hear about it over the next, 2 weeks when they're like, oh, I showed up to your stream. And I'll be like, oh, you were one of the people who stayed for about 6 seconds, huh? All right. I'm going to get out of here and go to bed. Thanks for coming. See y'all later.